So I have just lost my job. I have learned a few lessons from it. I wanted to share them with you so you can learn from it and maybe don't make the same mistakes. And maybe for other people that they are in the same spot as me and they don't know what to do. Just to make things clear, this is not a rant, but it's simply a way for me to share my lessons because I believe that are really valuable and I would have wanted people to tell me these things, and this is why I'm doing it. So, the first lesson that I have learned is that it doesn't matter how good you are or how hard you work, etc. If the company doesn't need you anymore, they may throw you out. To be honest, after 10 years of working in this industry, I never thought that I'm going to learn these lessons because I thought that I've seen any type of thing and any type of company, how companies work, etc. Also because in my 10 years of working, I have changed almost every year company by my choice. So I was not laid off, etc. But I have seen many companies, so I thought that I have seen it all. One thing that I have never think about is that I have always thought that if you work hard enough and you are really good at that company, because for example, in my company, they say that to me, we had a few times some performance reviews, and I had feedback from them that I was working pretty well. But that doesn't matter. And to be honest, I never thought that if you work well and hard, they can throw you out. But now I understood that the company may change direction or ideas, and if, for example, they don't need you anymore, they may choose to lay you off or throw you out, and that is pretty normal. Sometimes bad things happen, so good things can happen to you. Alhamdulillah, this is exactly what happened to me because I have realized that there are many opportunities and better opportunities to follow instead of working for others. So the first thought that I had when I lost my job is to look for another job to another company, but I knew how it is the industry, and to be honest, I don't like, even if I have experience, I have Alhamdulillah, and this is amazing because I have just almost finished 10 years of experience these days, so it's amazing. And the thing is that I know pretty well how the process of working for our company is, and to be honest, I don't want to do it because it is really stressful, and I believe that it is really messed up, and it is not possible that someone have to do 3 interviews for each company. For example, if you want to work for 10 companies, you're going to do 30 interviews, and sometimes the worst thing that they do is that, for example, you pass the first interview, the technical one, and sometimes they do you a third one that it is a review of the technical, and sometimes they also do you the fourth one that it is the one of about the behavior and things like that. The bad thing is sometimes you pass all interviews, but then they choose to go with another candidate, and that is, I believe that is the worst thing that can happen because it demotivates you really badly. And I believe also that companies should put themselves in the shoes of people and think that it is not possible. Also, there is other things like, for example, people that don't have experience at all and they want them to have experience, but they don't have experience. So I don't understand how they can possibly have experience if they don't have experience. I mean, it doesn't make any sense. By the way, and so, Alhamdulillah, I stopped a little bit and I was thinking because I know as a Muslim we know two main things that after hardship comes ease. Bad things happen as a test from God, and it is absolutely normal, and there's nothing about it. And we also know that it's God that gives risk, that everything is from God. So your money that you're going to get them from God. So after that, what I did is, I was a little bit stressed at the beginning. I felt a little bit bad, but then I asked God, and Alhamdulillah, the most amazing thing is after asking God, a video popped up by I think Mark Lu, and I always heard about SaaS companies and things like that, but I ignored them. But that time I clicked on that video, I don't know why. So he gave me that idea of creating your own SaaS company. And also I watched some videos and things like that, and made me reflect into for another lesson, that it is that if you don't work for yourself, you are always going to be dependent on others. So they choose the things that you are going to work on, and they choose if they want you or don't want you anymore. And sometimes it is really bad, like for example the huge ET layoffs that happened to many developers in the industry, and it was really bad because many people lost their job at even big companies like Google, Facebook, etc. So imagine that someone has prepared so hard in algorithms and all these things, maybe for more than 1 year, only to join Google or things like that, and you get thrown out after 2 or 3 months. So I'm not laughing about it. It is that it's pretty silly. It doesn't make any sense. You work so hard, and the bad thing is that that company don't care about you, don't care about that. Maybe that guy lost 2 years of his life to be a master of algorithms, and then got thrown out for the company of his dream in 3 months. That, for example, would be Google. And yeah, I have heard those things from people that happened to them, meaning that people joined Google and after 3 months they were laid off, and that is pretty bad. So as you can see, and obviously the things that you are learning, they are always going to be useful, but the fact that you join a company that it is your dream job and you get thrown off, that is bad, and that the company doesn't care about you. That's why, alhamdulillah, thanks to God, made me realize how useful it is to create your own things, your own content, even content on socials or things like that, or your own software, and be your own boss. And as you saw on the internet, there are many people that are doing this thing, and I hope that you don't miss this huge opportunity. If you go into X or LinkedIn, there are many people that are joining this content creation wave, and inshallah I'm going to do also a video about this topic. So that's it. And if you are a new developer that is just starting, to be honest, I really suggest you to maybe work for a company for a few years, just to understand how things works, the tools that they use and things like that, and then to try to build your own things. Also because nowadays building your own things, it's super easy and super cheap, and it has never been like this ever. So I really hope that you found this content useful. If you do, you can subscribe and like this video. Thank you so much, and see you the next time.